Oh, good. Thank you very much. I was just wondering, you played the other night and you sort of, I don't know if it took charge is the right word, but you didn't wait long to get involved in the offense, did you?
No, sir. I'm still learning my teammates and the system, but it felt good to get back out there after a month off.
How frustrating was it that you transfer here and you're out for the first couple games and they're losing games and you can't help it?
It was very disappointing, but for me, I just try to control what I can control, and that was my recovery, staying in the training room each and every day and encouraging my guys.
What kind of development have you seen from these guys, especially some of the young guys, since beginning of practice? I guess that's probably going back to the summertime. How much have they developed since then?
You said how have they developed since then?
Yeah, how have they gotten better, since the first time you laid eyes on them?
I would say defensively we've gotten better from the first game to the second game to the other night. I feel like each and everybody is getting better on the defensive end, buying into that side of the basketball. And I think that's the biggest piece for us is becoming a better defensive team. And I feel like we're improving day in and day out in that area.
How do you and Femi complement each other?
Two ball handlers who can get downhill and create for others. We haven't been on the floor much, but we have that understanding that that's what we're both capable of doing. So the more and more we play together, the more and more we get acclimated to each other's tendencies, and I feel like it'll benefit our team.
Did you play a little bit more than you expected to play for your first night in the last game?
I did, but whatever it takes to win, that's always been my mindset. And it was actually good for me to play as long as I did, so my legs can get used to playing at that speed and pace again.
Something Coach Capel said after the game was that you guys might have to win ugly this season, and you out-rebounded them, held them to under 30% shooting. Is that something that kind of resonates with you guys?
Yeah, he's been preaching that our margin for error is small. And in order for us to win games, especially now, we got to capitalize on the little things. That's taking charges, getting on the floor, being the first to the floor, getting every rebound possible. All those little things that add up to winning. That's what we have to capitalize on until we all get, accustomed to each other and each other's tendencies as the season progresses.
You guys lost the two starting guards, a week before the season started. Do you feel like yourself and maybe Femi also has to sort of shoulder more of the burden or more of the load than you might have expected to have to shoulder?
I feel like with the loss of two starting guards, it's up to the whole team to, come together and play better. I mean, value in the basketball, that's beyond just me and Femi. That's a whole team thing. So we all just have to understand that the ball is the most important thing. The ball scores, and just continue to follow Coach's lead.
Several guys have remarked, Jamarius, how your leadership has been really important, probably since you've been on campus. Do you think maybe your leadership becomes even more important now with those two guys gone?
I feel like for me, it doesn't change. Nothing changes for me. It's just about winning. And now I just feel like that I have to be even better night in and night out on both ends of the floor.
What do you know about Townsend, your game tomorrow night?
Yeah, I know that they play with great pace. They have some inside threats. I mean, their whole team is a pretty good team, but they have some guys down there that pose some threats. So we just have to lock in on the scouting report and play hard. And I'm confident in our ability.
The other night, that score got kind of close in the second half. The fact that you guys were able to pull it out, what does that say about this team? And is that a big hurdle going forward, a big improvement going forward?
Yeah, for us, I feel like that was our first, well, maybe not our first time, but that was an example of us facing adversity. It wasn't going our way down the stretch for a little bit. We turned the ball over. They were getting out in transition, making our defense collapse, kicking it out for threes, and getting to the rim, so forth and so on. So for us to face that adversity and pull out with a win, I feel like that's big for us and that can help us down the road.
How you doing, Dan?
How you guys doing, man?
Thanks for your time today. I was just wondering, with the face of the team changed a lot this year. What was it like for you coming in as a transfer, with other transfers to try to get molded into with everybody else?
Just coming in, I already knew I could be an impact player whether I was coming off the bench or starting. When we, the situations that happened with Nike and Ithiel, it just gave me an opportunity, and I just want to help the team win at the end of the day. So it was very big for me.
How big of an impact can having Jamarius back for you guys?
Very big impact. He's a very big voice for us, one of our leaders. So having him on the court, being that PG out there, calling our plays, getting us in our defense, is very big for us because we're lacking that right now. So I think he's really going to help us a lot.
How has the team improved since day one of the first day of practice till now?
Improved. I just think our young guys like Wood, Jeffress, Nate Santos, those guys are stepping up big time for us, and they're going to have to. Also, like our bench, like you got Chris Payton, and those guys. So I expect everybody's play should step up a lot. I know our situation. So.
Speaking of leadership, after the game we got to talk to John, and he said he turns to you sometimes, because you've been around. How have you kind of taken on a leadership role?
Like I said, I've been through the college basketball world, and we got a lot of young guys. So I'm always just telling them, keep their heads. John likes to argue with refs a lot, so I just tell him, that people are going to come after you. You average 19 for us, big guy. So I just try to be that voice in their head. So
what's it like? In practice, playing against John. He looks like he could play like nose tackle for the Steelers, as big as he is. What's it like playing against him in practice?
I'm rarely guarding him, but playing against him sometimes, I like he calls me a little mouse because I'm always digging in on him when he has to post up with Max or something. So playing against him it definitely gets you ready for a real game because he's so big and so strong, and he got a strong base down low. So it definitely gets you ready for a real game, and I like it. We love to compete, so it's definitely fun.
What do you know about Townsend, your opponent tomorrow?
I know Coach Scary tried to recruit me out of high school, so this is gonna be one of them games. It's gonna be a fun game. Definitely my matchup. Cam Holden and I went to we played against each other in JUCO my freshman year. I got the best of that, so it's gonna be a fun game tomorrow. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Dan, in addition to the referee part of talking with John, Femi was telling us how you were showing him different stuff with getting rebounds and was kind of making a joke, and John was kind of laughing with him. What kind of stuff have you kind of worked with him? Was there any like a funny moment or any things that you've kind of worked with John to help him improve in his rebounding?
I'm gonna start with Femi. Just with Femi, I played with a great coach and Coach Camp who just knows a lot about basketball last year, and he just always told me guards should always get to the nail because 90% of rebounds go there, and it's facts. You see the rebounds come off. Most of the shots go to the nail. So I was just telling Femi just try to get to the nail. Box out and just try to get to the nail. You'll get 5 rebounds a game. With John, he's just so big. He doesn't box out. He just wants to jump and get the ball. So I just tell him you got to hit somebody first and then go get the ball. And he did it last game. And I was proud of him.